welcome to the MrHowMuch 2-year special featuring a BMW. I'm saying that for a reason, but allow us to get started. But before starting with anything, let's get straight to the point. What does the exhaust on the M4 Competition sound like? Well, here it is. Now that you've heard the exhaust, let me just tell you, this is by far the most savage, the most brutal, the most aggressive, the most intense and violent car I have ever driven. And you know what? I absolutely love it. Now that I've got that off my chest, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Hippo and officially get started. Before I could drive the BMW M4 Competition, me and the team first had to fly to Cape Town. Fortunately, FlySafair was running their special again and I managed to get me and the team some 10 Rand tickets. So we flew to Cape Town for 10 Rand, and when we landed 2 hours later, we went straight to Avis Luxury Cars. Now, quick disclaimer, my car rental was not sponsored by Avis. Everything I spent from my own pocket. So for the 2-year special, I decided to get the BMW M4 Competition X Drive. And I know what you're going to ask me, so I'll tell you. Per day, it's around 5,850 Rand. So over 3 days with petrol and other costs, I ended up paying 19,730 Rand for the rental. The deposit is 34,000. You get it back when you return the car. So in total, I paid just under 54,000 Rand. So yeah, it's probably cheaper just to buy an M4. But anyway, let's get back to the special. Alright guys, we just picked up the BMW M4. This is my first time driving any real M car, because the M135i is not like an MM car. It's not in sport mode, it's not, I think it's on road mode. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I'm just driving nicely, minding my own business, saving petrol. There's a bit of traffic now, but I want you to hear the exhaust if you can. I'm gonna do a quick. Yeah, it's quick. It's proper quick. Anyway, I need to check my maps again before I get lost. Let's see. Alright guys, we are still in traffic, but we're in an M4, so that makes it okay. Hey boss, what's happening? Yeah, so I can't wait to get to the place we're going to, so I can go through the car, learn it and understand it better. But yeah, as it is, just normal driving. Oh, it is stop start. How's that for a review? You know what? Cape Town traffic makes Joburg traffic look like child's play. So anyway, after going through some traffic, driving a little bit, we finally arrived at the place we had booked on Airbnb, and this is what it looks like. Right guys, I've been to places there, but this one I think might be the best, because right here we have this beautiful view. We've got the ocean, the mountains, you've got your boats. Over there it looks like it's going to rain soon. There's our M4, you can't see it, but yeah. After clapping my hands, I said, well done Cape Town, well done. Now let's move on to the kitchen. This is our kitchen area with kitchen things, stoves, kettles, fridge. You have your microwave, you've got your sink, dishwasher. I love this place. This is proper stuff. This is proper stuff. Now let me be honest, one of the reasons why I was so impressed is because this place was a bargain. Usually a full house is around 4,500 Rand per night, but here for 3 days we paid around 4,827 Rand, which is a bargain considering the views that this place came with. And the fact that it was right by the beach is the reason why we booked it. Speaking of the beach, after checking out the house, we decided to go and see the sea. So yes, we're in Cape Town for 3 reasons. Number 1, to celebrate the 2-year special. Number 2, to drive a BMW M4. Number 3, to go to Table Mountain. So that was the game plan, but this was the first day and we wanted to just relax. Oh, by the way, when I grow up, I want to buy a BMW M4. I'm just saying. Anyway, here are some views from the beach. Once again, I'm proud to say this country is beautiful. Anyway, after appreciating the beautiful views, it was time to take the BMW for its first night drive. And yes, even at night, just looking at this thing, it says, don't mess with me. Look at my oversized grille. I'm going to bite you. I'm the car that I think I am. I'm far better than a C63. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. We're actually just here to buy groceries. Couldn't find a big trolley, so we're using this one. Now we're just looking for small cooking oil. A house must have a fireplace. Yo, this thing is so cool. Anyway, the next day, we stood on the balcony and wondered, how much is a boat? Can someone tell me where people buy boats and how much they cost? Do they come with a service plan, a maintenance plan? Anyway, day 2, the plan was simple. We were supposed to drive to Constitute Road. I hope I'm saying that right. But when I turned on the car, a message came on the screen. It had low coolant levels. So I called Avis. I told them, yo, the coolant is low. So I thought they would tell me, it's okay, just go buy coolant or top it up. They're like, Just to be on the safe side, they would prefer it if they collected the car, just to run some tests on it. But in the meantime, they would give me something else. So they asked me to choose any other car that I wanted. There were no other M4s available, so this is what I chose.
BMW X6 available.
Okay.
BMW X6, yeah.
So, okay, you said the X6 is the M60i, ne?
Yeah, M60i.
Okay, it's fine. I think I'll go for that one since, yeah, because the 7 Series is a bit grown up for me, yeah.
Alright, no problem. So I can just bring up the BMW X6 to BMW City for you, then we'll meet you there.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, cool. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'm heading there now, ne?
Alright, yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, thank you. See you there.
Bye-bye. Alright, guys, so the M4 has a low, the coolant is low. So I called them to say, guys, the coolant is low. So I thought they'll tell me to just buy coolant or pour water, you know, like basic stuff. So yeah, this is it. Blah blah blah. So on the screen it says washer fluid level low. The car actually had 2 messages. So at this particular time, because I was worried about the M4 going back, I opened the wrong message. Anyway, moving on. So they called BMW, they don't want to risk it, so they are collecting the M4. And I haven't filmed anything yet because, you know, I got here yesterday. Today we're relaxing, so about to go film now. And yeah, so we've driven this car, what, 40 kilometers. Man, the M4. Maybe we'll come again and try and review an M4 in the future. So now I'm driving to BMW to pick up the X6. It's not an M4, but we'll just have to make it work. Okay, while we're here, I think maybe I'll try and just take a thumbnail with the M4 because I don't have a picture with it, and then we'll go return this car. Cool. So it was actually after this phone call that we recorded this intro. Welcome to the MrHowMuch 2-year special featuring a BMW. I'm saying that for a reason, but allow us to get started. Alright guys, we're on our way to return the M4. We're going to BMW Century City. So when we left, we're actually going to this other nice road to fully drive the car nicely, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm still hoping we can just get there and they tell us we can just pour the coolant and we go on with our car, cause this is not what I planned. When I was budgeting for this trip, in my mind I saw an M4, you know. Such a pity you won't get to enjoy this car at all. We literally drove from the airport to where we were staying yesterday, and that was it. We drove 40 kilometers or less. Ah man, I am not happy. I am not happy at all. I know, man. I came here for an M4, so now to drive anything else, it's not. No, man. Anyway, what we have it.
The cameras everywhere.
Yeah, there's cameras everywhere here in Cape Town. Eh? Oh, but I love this car. It's so aggressive. You need to know what you're doing. This car is not for chance takers. Alright guys, here's the plan. We are 7 minutes away from BMW in Century City. So because it's just coolant, I'm going to ask them, guys, can't we just top up the coolant? Can't I buy the coolant and keep my M4 and we continue on with our special? Now I'm wasting time here driving in traffic. Man, this is not what I planned for. I came here with the intention to film an M4. They're bringing an X6 M60i, but it's not the car I came here for, so I don't know, man. I don't know. This is that whole Kruger National Park thing all over again. But anyway, we're 6 minutes away. Hopefully we can keep the M4, because I don't even know what to say. Hey, the traffic here. So we're on the highway, guys. It says 120. How will you move 120 here? Yo, Cape Town has traffic. Like proper. I've been moving at 30 for the last I don't know how many minutes. PA wants to hear the hooter of the M4, so I'm just going to honk for no reason. Ish, but I don't wanna scare people. Let me just do it fast and look away. I didn't press it nicely. It's okay. Sorry, it's not for you guys. It's not for you. It's PA here. She wants to hear the hooter, but yeah. Alright, we are here. BMW Century City. I hope these guys have coolant. With how I'm using my indicator, it shows I'm not a BMW driver. Everywhere I was going, I was indicating. It's really not that hard, BMW drivers. It's really not that hard. Anyway, we had finally arrived at BMW Century City. The plan was this, to bring the car in here so the technicians can have a look at it and see if everything is fine, if the coolant is leaking, because Avis does take care of their cars. For those of you who don't know, I actually bought my Ford Fiesta from Avis. I'm currently at 122,000 kilometers and it's still running. But before I could hand over my M4, there was one thing I needed to do. That's my good friend Leroy. Met him last year during the 1 year special. I wonder if he remembers me. Alright guys, hey, we have to move out now. Just trying to get everything. So yeah, that was it. Took my bag out of the M4, said my goodbyes, and it was time to move on to the next one. Eish, this M4 though, this is a beautiful car. Beautiful color. Ah, man. Anyway, see you later, M4. See you later. yes, this was it. This was the moment of truth. Were we going to give up because the M4 had a coolant leak? No. Were we going to give up because now we're in an X6 M60i? No. We were going to carry on with our 2-year special because that is what we do. We do proper stuff irrespective of the car. When all hope was lost, the Avengers never gave up the fight against Thanos. They kept on pushing until they won the battle. And okay, that has nothing to do with anything, but all I'm trying to say is we're going to continue on with the 2-year special. In fact, I even recorded another intro. Gentlemen, welcome again to the MrHowMuch 2-year special featuring the BMW M660i. Wait, what? Did I just say M6? You know what, at this point I was just trying to motivate myself, hype myself. That's all it was. And Cape Town, allow us to get started. Anyway, let's head back to the day I collected it. Alright guys, as you can see, we are now in the BMW X6 M60i. When I saw it, I was like, oh okay, this could work. This could work. So we're continuing on with our plans. We're going to that nice road. We're going to drive this car. With the M4, I'm not sure if we're going to get it back. But for now, this is what we have. So we're going to be filming this in the meantime. But either way, I don't mind. This looks cool. It's not an M4 though, but it's still nice. So yeah. Right, let's quickly see what the X6 can do. Alright. I have to admit, this BMW X6 M60i does sound suspiciously good. Almost as if they are pumping in some fake engine noises. Yeah, I later found out this sound isn't even real. As you're driving this car, it even has these pops like papa. They're in the background. So at first I thought, nice, this is proper stuff. And then I checked in the menu and found something called iconic sounds. Yeah, basically iconic sounds are fake exhaust noises. Once you turn them off, the car sounds very different. So different that I actually decided to turn them back on because even though they are fake, they do sound good. So, the X6 M60i comes with a 4.4-liter V8 twin-power turbo petrol engine. It produces a mighty 390 kilowatts and 750 Newton meters of torque. It has more power than the M4 I was driving. But because it's not tuned like a full M car, the M4 feels way quicker. This one will do 0 to 100 in 4.3 seconds. But one thing I love about the X6 is the suspension. It's extremely comfortable. Yo, that M4 is brutal. So the advantage with this setup, you get the comfort and you still get a bit of the performance. Look, by no means is this car slow. The only issue with me is I started by driving the M4. But if you've never driven an M4, trust me, this power is more than enough. 390 kilowatts. 390 kilowatts. That is no joke. After all this, we drove back home and made plans for the next day. Anyway, how beautiful is this X6 though? So I woke up early in the morning, decided to go to the beach and admire the car I was currently driving. While I was there, I noticed there were some dogs coming, so I had to run. Those are some big dogs. Gonna let them go for a while. While we're here, as you can see, the X6 has the updated BMW KEF display. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. By the way, I've decided to name this BMW X6 CEO. Why? Because just driving it makes you look like the CEO of some kind of company. It does. So after checking out these views, we decided to take the scenic route to Chapman's Peak. I am convinced that this is one of the most beautiful roads in the world. And this beautiful road actually has a toll gate. I wasn't worried because cars from Avis come with e-tags. Yeah, the e-tags don't work here. You need to pay. So to get through, you'll need to pay 64 Rand. And when you come back, you'll need to pay 64 Rand again. This was me waiting for the e-tag to work. I saw it wasn't working, so I had to reverse. And on the other side of the toll gate, we stopped to listen to the exhaust of the X6. Sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, no, this is not it. No wonder why they have to pump in some fake noises. Anyway, we kept on driving, not sure where this place is, but wow, that is beautiful. Imagine riding a horse by the sea. Yo, proper stuff. Anyway, if you're interested in buying a BMW X6 M60i, it'll cost you 2,239,215 Rand. On finance, that is 43,777 Rand over 6 years at 12% interest. A full tank will cost you the amount you're seeing on your screen, and using Hippo, the best quote I got was around 6,000 Rand, which brings my total cost of ownership to 51,753 Rand. Show me a better road than this. Where in the world? Where? Show me a better road than this. Oh, Cape Town. Cape Town is beautiful. So at this point, I will admit that the morale was down, you know. We didn't even know where we're going. We're just driving around. This was around 14:45, and just when all hope was lost, we received a call from Avis, and a few minutes later, this happened. Oh yes, she was back. The BMW M4 Competition was back. There was no time to waste. I had to parallel park, and it was a tight spot, so I put that X6 on auto park, and it parked itself, and I jumped out of that X6 and ran back to my BMW M4 Competition. Yo, I had missed Natasha so much. Welcome back, Natasha. So we did the vehicle exchange, the X6 drove off, and we were back to our 2-year special. In fact, there was no time to waste. This time I decided I'm going to cook, and I'm going to cook immediately. But before cooking, I had to do another intro. Welcome to the MrHowMuch 2-year special, featuring, wait for it, the BMW M4 Competition. Allow us to get started. This BMW M4 Competition comes with a twin-turbo 3-liter straight-six engine. And it sounds beautiful. Now, the model I have here produces 375 kilowatts and 650 Newton meters of torque. But 2024 models are now on 390 kilowatts and 650 Newton meters of torque. These M4X drives will do 0 to 100 in. Actually, I'll show you that a bit later. But what I can tell you right now is to listen to the exhaust. By the way, if you've been watching for the last 25 minutes and you still haven't liked this video, please like. If you still have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. Wait, hold it right there. Look at this M4. Proper stuff. Now, coming back to what I was saying, please share this video on your WhatsApp status, on your Instagram, on your Twitter. Let them know there's a MrHowMuch on YouTube. It had been a long day, so we decided to go to Camps Bay to go play with some water. One of my biggest inspirations once said, if you have a car and you park it and you don't look at it and smile, then you bought the wrong car. That wise man is Chiro Disieta. Hey Chiro, what's happening? One thing about Camps Bay, it's always a vibe. Out of all the beaches in Cape Town, this is my favorite one. Nothing happened. Anyway, here's some scenes I took while I was at Camps Bay. And this is why I always double park. Look at all this space, man. Huh? Now, just before we get to pricing, there are a couple of things I want to show you in the interior first. So let's have a look. Natasha came with the Kyalami orange and black leather seats. They look really good. They're heated and they have the M4 logo on the headrests. The back seat actually impressed me. The legroom there is not as bad as I expected. You also get 2 USB Type-C ports at the back, and in the front you can choose between a couple of different color options for your ambient lighting. So let's talk about setting up your M4. Number one, you have this exhaust button. You press it, the exhaust goes louder. If you don't want to annoy your neighbors, you can switch it off. And then there's this button called setup. Now you use that to do this. So personally, I had the engine on Sport Plus, the chassis on Sport Plus. Steering and brake don't matter. This car is the X-Drive, so I kept it on 4-wheel drive because I don't want stories. 2-wheel drive is a rear-wheel drive. You should know what you're doing. You need an open space. Yeah, Cape Town is too tight for all that stuff, so I kept it in 4-wheel drive, but those are just the basics. So there's another option right here by the gear. You can increase the ferocity of the gear changes. Where is it? Is it because I'm on park? Hold on. Okay, let me put it on drive. Yes, over there. So yeah, that's the most humble setting, and there's where you're fighting. So yeah, that's a quick tutorial of the BMW M4. So I'm sure you've noticed these two red buttons. They're basically shortcut buttons. So what you do is you come over here, you configure M1. So I've put my M1 to be as aggressive as possible. The engine is on Sport Plus. The gearbox is on sequential shifting, maximum shifting speed. You know, this is serious stuff. The chassis, Sport Plus, steering wheel, sport, brake sport, but I kept the traction control off. On, I meant I kept it on. I was tired because I don't want stories. But if you are Superman, if you are brave, you can turn it off if you want. So yeah, that's my M1. And then on M2, I set everything innocent, you know. Engine is efficient, transmission is humble, chassis is comfortable, steering wheel is comfortable. You get the idea. So say I'm driving and maybe I want to quickly overtake. I'll just press M1. It's going to go to that aggressive setting. And let's say I'm done overtaking, then I can press M2 and go back to my humble setting. I really love this car. I really do. This is peak German engineering. Well done, BMW. Well done. Hey, BMW.
Hello.
Please tell me a joke.
I can't imagine that you're bored. Maybe you haven't yet had the chance to try sport mode.
I like you, BMW. Oh, look at this. BMW put sport mode stuff for me. So Natasha had invited me to a challenge and I was not about to disappoint her. So the current 2024 BMW M4s will do 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds. Alright, let me be honest with you. I didn't really launch the car. So to launch the car, you need to turn off traction control. And I'm not about to do that. I still want my deposit back. So I just drove it in a straight line with the 4-wheel drive system on, with the traction control on. Those things you do on your own M4, not a rental. So when I buy my own M4, I promise I'll even spin it for you. But until then, this is the best I can do. But on the topic of buying a BMW M4 Competition X-Drive, the current model comes in at 2,248,002 Rand. On finance, that is 43,949 Rand over 6 years at 12% interest. A full tank of petrol will cost you the amount you're seeing on your screen, and using Hippo, I received 7 different offers from 7 different insurers, and the best one I got was 6,900 Rand, which brings my total cost of ownership to 52,254 Rand. And like I said in the beginning, buying an M4 is cheaper than renting it. Hey Hippo. What's happening? Ah, you like the BMW M4, do you? And what do you think of Cape Town and this view? But you do know there are no hippos in the ocean, right? Oh, you're just here looking for some coats, huh? For some coats? Yeah. Guys, if you want to get a coat using Hippo, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, before this turns into a 40-minute Netflix episode, I'm going to summarize everything now. You might have noticed we didn't go to Table Mountain. I'll show you why in the end credit scenes. And secondly, I have a question. Between the BMW M4 and the X6 M60i, which one would you buy? The X6 is cheaper by around 8,800 Rand before options. So please let me know in the comments which of the two you would rather drive. Buy an M4. As we drive Natasha back to the airport in celebration of 2 years of MrHowMuch, I would just like to say thank you to all 110,000 of you who've subscribed to this channel. Thank you to all the channel members. Thank you to everyone who shares the videos, who likes, who comments. And special thanks to Hippo for partnering with the channel. Special thanks to the MrHowMuch team and especially to PA. But from me to you, thank you so much for watching the MrHowMuch 2-year special. Until the next one, take care. Guys, Table Mountain is closed, I think. Not sure what's happening. Okay. Are you ready now? The I-30N is on the way.